Jake. So after a long time of searching, Finn makes the executive decision to forever stay in the Pillow World. Meanwhile, for Jake and Bimo, only moments have passed. As they have fun back in Ooo, Jake explains to Bimo that his children age rapidly and that they don't need their parents only a few hours after they're born. Bimo pours salt on the wound, but that pain is overshadowed by you clicking the subscribe button. Hey, don't do it for me. Do it for him. No, but seriously, do it. But back in Finn's reality, the pain is only starting as Finn is seen laying on his deathbed. His children cry for their soon-to-be-dead father, and as he passes away, he sees his reality shattered. And then he is adrift in space, with nothing and no one around, except for this red blob that only gets larger and larger, until Finn had unknowingly passed a Gulb and narrowly avoided death. But before he can reflect on it, he returns to his world. He emerges from the Pillow Fort, excited to tell Jake about his crazy dream. But before he can, Flame Princess calls him, saying that she finally understood the joke. The call seems to have been enough to distract Finn, because a moment later, when Jake asks about the dream again, Finn can't remember. Despite the decades that he spent with his wife, family, and the promise that he'd made, he forgets it in an instant, like it never even happened. What did this episode mean, and what was Gulb even doing here? Well, after doing hours of research, I've come up with some explanations, and it all starts right here. The first thing that caught my attention this episode was the knife storm. Within the Adventure Time universe, it is established that these storms do occur. However, we only see them in one previous episode, Rainy Day Daydream, an episode I've discussed before in which a knife storm occurs while Jake uses his imagination to manifest things into reality. The knife storm never really shows up again, which made me look into its significance. Sure, it could have simply been a plot device to keep Finn and Jake home, but I don't think so. I think there is a deeper reason why it was included in this episode. I rewatched the episode again to see if there were any details that pointed towards Jake's secret use of his imagination powers. And although some dots were connected, too many things just didn't make sense. For example, when we see the power of Jake's imagination, Finn isn't able to see Jake's creations, which means that Jake imagining this world for Finn is completely out of the picture. On top of that, this episode features a lot of foreshadowing for Finn, such as him losing his arm, naming his children Jay and Bonnie, or even living on what seems to be a farm. There is too much foreshadowing for this to all be fake, but not enough evidence to point in the direction that Jake is responsible for the creation of the Pillow World. But